First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second down and 8. Off the play fake, Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing to start the drive, Jones. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. The Giants and the Texans last year, if you go by the numbers, the two poorest offenses in the NFL. The Giants 31st in total yardage, and the Texans dead last. In motion right is Robinson. On second and 10, Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
To throw on third down, Jones. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. Gano's kick is good, and that will make it 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So a couple of field goals now. 6-0 our score as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They go play action. Mills. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Mills to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
In motion right is Robinson. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's got this complete to Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The Giants at 500 now, 4-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Play action now. Mills. steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gano the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing, Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. On play action, Mills. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Able to find Isabella. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Man open is Robinson. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. In motion right is Robinson. Jones throwing on first down. There's Shepard. What a catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Big stop, you. Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike 22, Mike 22.
Back to throw. Jones. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators. They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mills now. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's complete to Shepard. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better...
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown. Andy Isabella, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. In motion right is Robinson. On 2nd and 7, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Jones on first down. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To try again after the sack. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. In motion right is Robinson. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Buying time to his left. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Oh, the return is Callaway. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues. And now here is another interception. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
In motion right is Robinson. Back to throw. Jones. They'll roll him out right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Giants get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up the block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now on 2nd and 13. Mills over the middle. That's hauled in by Isabella. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
I'm going back to you. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball? Come back to you.
Play fake. Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Mills to throw it. That ball complete to Isabella. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Hunt. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out.
out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Mike Burton, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Max 22, Max 22.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Shifts by him. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. In motion right is Robinson. Jones on 1st and 10. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right?
But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A give right side now to Hunt. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Forced out to his left. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. And my goodness, another interception. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. After all that, they only wind up with a yard. It's 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, Mills. And now here is another interception. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. They go play action here on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Gano the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.